Alright, we have a size 30 Gamakatsu loaded up in the vise. Smallest hook on the market. If you sneeze while you're tying this one, you might as well start over. Now, I like to fish real small on the San Juan between the months of August and early October. Factor in peak water clarity and also the fact that these fish have just been getting absolutely hammered for most of the year. So they've seen pretty much everything. They get real picky. So we go down real small. I'm going to start this off with some uni thread. You could also go with nano silk. I think just getting your hands on the smallest thread that you can find is the best option here. So I'm going to leave a little space behind the eye because we're going to use that at the very end. I'm going to tie this in brown. So with brown thread, I'd like to pair that up with copper wire. If I'm tying this in black, I'll go with a silver wire. Same with gray. Do you need to fish size 30s? No, you definitely don't. I think a 26 will usually get the job done, but you'd be surprised how just bumping down the size of your flies can make a big difference in the number of fish that you catch. So I'm going to focus on keeping my thread flat here, and I'm going to wrap it all the way back past where the barb would be. And that's the great thing about these Gamakatsus is they come debarbed. I can't imagine trying to stick my hemostats into this thing. I think that'd be more than I bargained for. So I'll wrap back up, making sure my thread is still flat. Close touching wraps until I get to the top. That looks good. At this point, we can grab our wire and start wrapping it forward. There's no right or wrong number of wraps to do here. Just whatever looks right. I think that's part of what makes this fly so difficult to tie, is it's so easy to overdo it. Too big of materials or too much thread. But you can see here this wire from Semperfli lays on here pretty nice, looks pretty good. I think I'm going to stop right there, wrapping my thread around my wire, and we're going to lock this down. It's looking good, good profile. Helicopter that off, good to go. Next step, some of this micro glint from Semperfli. Good stuff, and this doesn't add too much bulk to the fly. It's going to create just enough profile for a wing case. And you see there, I just wrapped it around the thread, and now we're just latching it down. I'm going to go all the way back to where I see the last, or the uppermost wire wrap. Right about there looks good. Then I can rest my thread and pull this wing case over. This part can be a little tricky. I'm going to hold the micro glint with my opposite hand and then use my free hand to get the thread to pull this down. That looks pretty nice. Pull one side lateral to the wing case, tie that down, and then do the same to the other side. Really try to, if you can, try to push that thread rearward a little bit just to give yourself some extra room. Just like that. Looks good. We're just going to do one 2-turn whip finish here. I usually tie my flies pretty tight. I press the thread pretty hard, so I don't really have issues with them falling apart. Just like that. And we're pretty much done at this point. Just going to clean everything up. Snip that thread. I'll show you how I trim this top piece. Pull both of those strands back, and I try to line my scissors up with the end of the wing case, like so. And you'll see the beauty of the micro glint as it splays out. I like to preen it just a little bit with my fingers, kind of mush it down and just make it messy. You can trim it down even a little bit more if you wanted to, or just to save you some space when you're threading the tippet through the eye. But that's pretty much it. Hope you guys like this. Great little buggy pattern that I don't fish all the time, but when I do fish it, usually catches fish for me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.